This is the second part of Fabulae26, the fight with the centaurs. He hurled burning firebrands upon them. This comes from Cognicio, and it's a perfect active. And the subject is Hercules, understood. The object is phaces. This comes from the word, I kind of love this word, phaces, firebrand. And that gives us the root of fascism, believe it or not. And this ardentes comes from ardeo, to burn. It's the present active participle, modifying phaces. The present active participle is a third declension adjective. So you can see the third declension ending there, modifying our phaces there. All right. He wounded many with his arrows. And this is an adjective, but it's being used substantively, because the adjective is taking the place of a noun. Many people, many men, because it's masculine, something like that. We do this too. All languages do it. Think of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Those are just adjectives, but it means the good people, the bad people, and the ugly people. Here we've got an ablative of means. How did he wound them? With his arrows. However, these arrows were the same, which had been dipped with the blood of the Hydra. Okay, the sagitai. This is a crazy word. This is idem, eadem, idem. So you can see it gets conjugated, or declined rather, here, and then you add dem to it. It's actually just is-ai-id with dem attached to the ending. Pretty crazy. So the ending isn't really the ending, and it means the same. These were the same arrows. And look, we've got an imperfect here, and then a pluperfect here. So this time is time before the imperfect. These were the same arrows which had been dipped. And as I always say, when you see a passive, look for the ablative, and there it is right there. Whoop. Third declension ablative there. Sanguine, dipped into the blood, we say. They're saying by the blood. But yeah, ablative of means there. No preposition. So, all those, another substantive, whom he had wounded with the arrows, were overwhelmed immediately by the poison. Beautiful. Look at this. Perfect passive. When you see a passive, look for the ablative. Right there. They were overwhelmed by the poison. And here, pluperfect active. Nice. Quos, relative pronoun. We always have to work on these. Agrees with its antecedent in number and gender. So nominative, masculine, plural, but its case is determined by its function in its own clause. And in its own clause, it is the object of vulneraverat. He had wounded whom? Refers back to omnes, all the centaurs. So it's a shapeshifter. It looks one way for its number and gender. It looks another way to its case, which is determined by its function. And again, ablative of means here. He had wounded with the arrows. And perfect passive. You see the passive. Look for the ablative, and there it is. They were overwhelmed by the poison. The rest, however, when they saw this, turned their backs, and there should be a T there, sorry about that, verterunt, and they sought safety in flight. This would have a macron over the A, and so that's another ablative of means there. They sought safety by means of flight, meaning they ran away. They turned their backs. This is a neuter, so as you know, the nominative and accusative of all neuters is always the same in Latin and Greek, and the plural always ends in A, right there. Okay, end of 26.